Here's some Christmas trivia for you. Which of my friends' mom bought a gift for my unborn son and then was presented to me as my Christmas gift from my friend? Trivia question. Steve, do you know what the answer is?
It's Jordan.
Jordan Heath is correct. That's a good bit of trivia. That's the best trivia. Jordan just broke a chair.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Jordan just crashed through
Jordan
a chair.
just,
You fat fuck.
Oh, take her easy there, Pilgrim.
Boy, I got vision and the rest of the world wears bifocals.
Well, son, since you haven't learned to respect your elders, it's time you learn to respect your betters.
It is, I think, going to be a very harsh and unpleasant kind of business, and will, I think, require an extremely harsh and unpleasant kind of man to see to it.
I'm your huckleberry.
Is this the podcast?
This is recording right
not
now.
officially on the podcast, but
you don't know that. I might put it
Jordan
on
likes
there.
to do this joke where he
We'll do
puts
this.
the like pre-banter in.
Oh, yeah, we're just
joking
around.
and then there's the intro.
We were
It's
just
great,
joking
dude.
around
It's
off
great.
mic.
It's awesome.
It got caught by accident.
I'm gonna congratulate you guys on this really awesome last minute rig here that we got going here.
Yep, it's working pretty good.
Thank you for the perks of having a media company. You get all the cool gadgets and stuff.
Yep.
So here we have Evan and Steven.
Hey.
A three-way
As
podcasting.
they're calling us in the streets these days,
Yeah,
the
the
show media boys.
Should we introduce ourselves vocally? I'm Steve.
I'm Evan.
Not sure people know me by voice.
Yeah, we're the show media boys.
And you guys have been on the podcast before, so welcome back.
Thank you.
We're now in this office, which is really awesome and nice. It's great to have an office. And
I'll tell you, it's an honor to be on the Jordan Heath experience again.
no, it's not the Jordan Heath experience, you dingus.
Oh, sorry. So, what were we talking about?
Dude, it's whatever.
We got Christmas trivia, I thought.
Yeah, like, we can do some Christmas trivia.
We're already
We
going
will-
to that well.
We will do that. What are you guys doing for Christmas? What are some of the traditions?
Steve, you're first.
Steve, what are your Christmas traditions?
Well, we're Catholic, so we kind of go to Mass and apologize to each other for a couple hours, and then we eat Chinese food. And
Do you really eat Chinese food?
Yeah, every Christmas Eve we go to Mass and we eat Chinese food, and then we'll probably sleep at my parents' house. We have a pretty big rager. Everyone gets really drunk, and then Christmas morning we do gifts and biscuits and gravy.
Am I invited to this?
Yeah, I want to go.
I really want to go.
Oh, sorry, it's for Catholics only. Oh.
Your party was the only Christmas party I went to this year.
Yeah, I had a Christmas party.
It was Christmas
I
barbecue.
did the barbecue.
Yeah,
It was
nice.
it was a great success. It was sometimes I like to just praise Saint Nicholas and try to spread his holiday spirit. I really do. I get overcome.
cheer.
And we've all been doing so good. We're all fat asses, and we were all trying to get in shape, and we've all been doing so good.
God.
And then we had that day, and I was like,
That day,
I
I've had
can't
like
even
4
think about it.
days.
I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna stuff my face with barbecue because you get the Christmas spirit, and you just.
You get jolly and you get fat a little bit.
Yeah, I love going to buy presents for the friends and fam. You know what I mean? That's always fun.
You bought me some nice sex lights.
I bought him mood lights.
Some mood lights
to
for the
install
sex
LEDs that he
rooms.
could install to make his bedroom basically like a Marvin Gaye kind of like sex chamber ish.
We're putting that in the
sex
dungeon.
chamber.
We're putting that in the basement. We're not going to put it in the bedroom.
I don't really want to ask a lot of questions about your sex dungeon.
I also got him some of his favorite beer, Dad's IPA, which
Steve
really loves sucking
He loves
dads.
Sucking dads down.
Sucking Dad's IPAs on the weekend.
Yeah, so that's on the record, I guess.
That's it. It's there. It can never be unrecorded. So there's
Nothing I love more than coming home, after a hard day's work at the video factory and popping open a ice hard dad.
Oh.
Ice cold.
I meant
Dad's
ice
hard.
cold dad.
I'm with you, dude. Anyway, and I got you a book about Wes Anderson.
I loved it. Thank you.
Because
I look forward to
if
reading
anyone
it.
doesn't know about Jordan, he's really into.
I'm just like I'm a Wes Anderson geek.
He's a
I
Wes.
am a Wes nerd.
He's what we call a Wes head.
Wes head Geordie. That's what I am. I don't think I can call myself a Wes head though, because I haven't not watched that much stuff past. I'm all right.
I'll take a Dad's IPA.
I'll do a dad's.
We're cracking open some dads here, boys.
Don't throw it, you dingus.
You caught it.
Okay.
Oh, these are crack tops.
I'm sure you got one on your keychain.
I don't do that.
Oh, you don't?
I have
I use lighters. Like a.
This part is a really entertaining. I don't know how to do this. This ghetto bar trick you got here.
This is ghetto bar trick with my lighter.
You pop it on. Well, anyway, Christmas. I got
time.
we got families. We got a bunch of different family Christmases, and we're gonna go have fun with the family, do gift exchange at my parents' house. I don't know. We just kind of like do gift exchange on Christmas Eve, have a nice dinner, and then whatever, when we're kids, play with the toys after or watch a movie or something. And then, Christmas morning was like the Santa Claus thing until we figured that out. And then...
How long did it take you to figure that out?
I don't know. If I remember correctly, I stopped believing when I first figured out that Tooth Fairy wasn't real by like catching parents in the act and then deducing that it was. I already kind of suspected that it was
all
fake.
Of the mythical
maybe.
creatures. Like, God, is Santa fake too?
I remember my parents with my brother. I had to my parents were like, "Oh, okay." He's like, it's time to tell Owen that that Santa's
you just
not
tell
real.
him.
Like they're like, you got to do him. You're his brother or something. I'm like, okay. Okay, I mean, we should let him know. We don't want him to be like that like weird kid that's really old and believes in it.
Loves in Santa.
So, I went up and told him, and he was just like, yeah, I know.
I'm
not an idiot. I'm not an
playing
idiot.
along.
I know. And then he he was. I don't know. So that was kind of funny. But
dude, my third grade teacher told the whole class
that's
that
horrible.
Santa was not real. I know. I feel like third grade's a little young to tell the whole class. I was.
Well, it's
already
also
on
that's
that
none of
level.
her business to do that.
you know what? My wife, I'm pretty sure, was a very late believer. She was
23.
She was like she
Like
was like
a couple years
9
ago?
or something when she figured it out.
I think I was like 9.
And she's my favorite person in the world. So you know what? I'm not trying to hate on the late believers.
I will say, having older siblings like my brother and my sister, so much older than me, I'm surprised that it lasted as long as it did.
What grade were you in?
I think I was like in 4th grade or something.
Fourth
third
grade, wow.
4th grade. I don't know.
Dude.
We hated the Santa deniers. Like early on in elementary school, there were Santa deniers. Like, no, and everybody's like, no, you're an idiot. Santa's real. Who else will do that? And then later on, you find out oh god, Jesse was right. Jesse was right.
Now the deniers were right the whole time.
Oh man,
happens a lot.
Yep, that's the same. That's the it's like when the people find out about the flying spaghetti monster. Same kids, and it's just years later. Then they're those guys.
No, it's funny.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Same kids, the Santa deniers are the same kids who adopt.
They eventually are
at a young age.
I was one of these kids.
My brother and sister-in-law have to go through great lengths to preserve Santa's realness. And I was talking to Jake because he works at UPS and does packages and stuff. I was like, why can't you tell us? Dad works with Santa. He helps him deliver stuff. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can't even say that. And I'm like, why not? No, because then they're gonna have all these questions, and all these questions lead to other questions, and they're gonna eventually find out.
Yeah.
As soon as the kid's old enough to start critically thinking and asking questions about it, they should be able to figure it out. I mean, why are you lying to your kid at that point? Setting up this elaborate.
Why are you? I mean,
because sometimes these lies are it's a lie, but it's I don't know.
No, I understand.
It's fun.
Lying.
It's like a fun.
It's
little
an actual
tradition.
It is. It's a little weird how you present it to them as it's
Yeah.
just real. That's not. They don't understand, but they don't think of things like myth versus real. They're just kids. They're just it's just fun to them.
Well, I understand why that's fun at that age, but when they get to the age where you have to think of elaborate ruses, you can't bring up shipping logistics.
Yeah, you're right.
They're too old for it at that point.
So, Dad, what? I don't understand. I didn't understand. My parents always just put they would have a lot of gifts from them, and then a lot of gifts from Santa. And it's why don't you just take credit for all the gifts?
It's if your kid's a 6th grader and he's sitting at home still breastfeeding off his mom while she reads him Harry Potter, and then he asks you if Santa's real. That's the time where you say, no,
no,
he's not. It's just
maybe you
story,
save that kid's
dude.
life.
There's nothing wrong with late breastfeeding.
Steven, when were you when you got off the juice?
You look.
Ooh, that would have been a couple weeks ago, I think.
You were a little overreared, I'd say.
I was
cooked a little too long.
I was under-reared.
You cooked a little too long.
I know I act like I was over.
You were in the bun a little. You were in the oven. This little bun was in the oven a little too long.
I was the middle child. I had 2 sisters.
Do you think you have middle child syndrome?
Yeah. No one would ever give a shit if my sisters beat me up. But if I did anything in retaliation,
you couldn't punch them back. They wouldn't let you punch them back.
It would have been the most insane punishment ever.
Really?
I only ever tried a few times. My older sister was a fucking psycho when we were growing up. She used to throw me down the stairs.
That's kind of hot.
She would put me out in the backyard and put a padlock on the fence, like an animal.
I guess that's probably a little too far.
It's like, but you let her do this. You're the older brother.
No, I'm the younger brother.
Oh. Still, how much
I was
bigger
in first grade. She would have been in like 6th grade.
Oh, so she's like a lot bigger than you.
Yeah.
That's how much older she is than
Yeah,
you?
she's 4 years older than me. So.
That's not first grade, 6th grade? Like, what?
Well, I did first grade a couple
Again,
times.
times?
Yeah, you didn't do very good in first grade where they
really?
taught you addition.
Oh, man.
No, I did not have to redo first grade, but I did have to relearn addition in college.
X minus 3 equals 12.
No, it was
Solve
literally
for X.
it was literally addition and multiplication in my college intro to math.
I didn't. I had to
Negative X
I
equals
took the,
3 divided by 2.
Like,
1 divided by
qualify
2
for it.
equals 3 divided by 4.
I qualified. There were special needs people in my class. That's the
Steven's
level I
intellectuality.
qualified for.
But this was all just effort. You have a logical enough brain to do math. You were just being all edgy. I don't like math.
Well, I got through math. I got through college math just fine, but I had to start somewhere because I had never cared in
Dude, I was so
grade
bad at
school.
math.
Yeah, that'll kind
I
of
was
back
way
you up.
behind.
It's pretty like, I don't know.
Oh,
math. I felt like math. I was like pretty good at it.
You were
Like,
like
I wasn't-
intriguing stuff.
I wasn't.
You
I
were
was
doing
not.
like the
I did
space
calculus.
puzzles.
I went up to calculus, and I was like okay at it. I was not. There were kids that were blowing me away.
Oh,
I'm not-
calculus.
but it was. It just was like kind of. I don't know.
Calculus. Oh, I'm gonna move this over here because it's like.
So I don't believe that. The point is, I don't believe, Steve, that you, actually couldn't do
All right.
algebra.
No,
Okay.
it's just where I got placed. I got an A.
Did you move the mic?
I moved the mic to this side because I'm like facing this way.
Okay.
Guys, I was washing my hands earlier, and I am losing. My hair is thinning out. I think I've talked to you guys about this.
On your head.
On my head.
Evan and I discussed this earlier. Evan's going bald, and I will never go bald.
You're never going bald?
Steve is
I'm
the
never
kind
gonna
of
go
guy.
bald. It's never going to happen.
Steve-
My hair is
Where's Evan
luscious.
going bald? Are you going bald?
He's going bald in the back. Look. I know this is an audio podcast, but Jordan, look at the scalp right there.
My hair's like.
Yeah, it's just like thinning out.
It's
It's like
thinning out
mine.
right
It's
there.
like mine. Like I can like see the top of my skull. Like when I look
Yeah.
in the mirror, it's like, oh my god.
Steve lives in complete. No, I took a picture of it today with my camera.
That was my part. You
No.
can see my scalp where my part
You
is.
have
No.
a straight up bald
You
spot.
can't- Yeah, it's like a cowlick bald spot.
It's also.
It's not a bald spot that's new or thick.
Your hair's
No.
still nice and thick.
Yeah,
Mine's
it's
thinning
thick.
out. It's stupid. And I hate it.
My hairline's receding. I mean, it's a thing
It's
that
receding.
happens.
Mine's receding. Mine's recessing.
That's
as
why I
well.
need that testosterone injection. They put
You're gonna
in.
get
You
the
need
plugs.
some.
You need the plugs.
You need some for him, dude.
I will get hair plugs if I have to. That's what I'm saying. I am never going.
My
bald.
dad was bald. My dad was bald. I think like in his early 20s and stuff.
Your brother still got hair though.
Yeah, his is thinning out a little bit, and he's receding pretty hard too. But he's got hair. John, like he just was like bald, and sometimes he went like completely bald. That was a weird look. He looked like a biker. He did a Fu Manchu one time, but he like lost his hair when he was like in his early 20s.
Dude, I'm telling you, Jordan, you got to go for the mullet now.
Now?
It's
I'm
your last
not
chance.
kidding.
It's your last chance.
Really?
I saw that we were at the gym the other day, and I saw this guy that
Dude, I haven't
basically
seen some
looked.
super dope mullets.
Well, I saw this guy at the gym the other day that basically looked like you, but like maybe like 2 inches taller and like a little bit more handsome and like a
Wow.
little bit more jacked
Thanks.
and like a little skinnier. But it was like kind of like he looked like resembled you. He probably has like the same ancestry as you. And then like he had this
Romanian.
mullet. He had this mullet, and he like looked like he had the machismo of like a '76 Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I was like, Jordan, you need to get.
You think a mullet?
I think you could rock it.
Last time I got my haircut, there was a guy in there getting like it was a kid, and he was getting his mullet done, and like it was a chore for this like haircutting. Like she was having problems, and like this kid was super particular about it. Like he wanted like layers and stuff. Oh, yeah. It was like she did it, and she was like, "That's like my second mullet ever, and they're really hard." It's like, oh my god.
You gotta go to a specialist.
You gotta
a
go to
mulletist.
A mulletist.
A mulletist.
Yeah,
They're
usually,
pretty
usually you
rare.
can find them in the same towns where they do a lot of like bootlegging and things like that.
I don't know why
run
is
into some of
this
my
the last
family out
chance
there.
for like the mullet for me?
Well, it's kind of in vogue right now. The mullet's making a slight comeback, and you won't have the hair in 5 years to do a mullet.
Wow.
But dude, that's one of those things like mullet is.
You really want me to go to
the
clients with mullets and stuff?
But the thing is, that doesn't. If you're jacked and in really good shape, you can pull off like literally
Anything.
a mullet. That's what's so. That's like the most. What's so dope about it?
You can do
It's
it
got this like.
profession- like, it's
got like that
not-
Kanye dragon kind of energy to it.
I'm
like
just gonna
where
start wearing Confederate
stay
flags.
That one you probably shouldn't do. The No, but
Stay
the
wrong,
mullet
dude.
is-
You gotta stay wrong with J-Tron.
Yeah.
I think I could do it. I think. Well,
you can
my
rock it.
problem is like my hair. Last time I grew it out, like last year, it got so long up front, and my hair's thinning out so much that it was like so wispy.
You got to keep it short in front.
It was wispy.
Because the point of the mullet is that you keep what you have in front.
Party in, or what is it, business in the front,
party in the back.
back.
But then the modern mullet's a little different. It's not like quite as like.
They're kind of like they seem
They're, like,
more.
short. They're kinda
they
like-
seem more.
It's not Joe Dirt.
There's a lot more. Like they're more stylized. It seems like.
There's never Joe Dirt.
There's been
though.
some advances in the mullet
I think like
industry.
it's like you see like the like these mullets are very much more kept, and these kids are spending all their money at the sports clips to keep them in line. They work hard for it.
I don't know if I necessarily like the I see kids now too, like at the gym and stuff with like little wispy mustache thing.
I think that's weird.
And I'm like, dude, kid, just wait. Like maybe you could pull it off like when you actually can grow a real mustache, but everyone when they're a kid at some point tries to do that, and you look like an
I never
idiot.
did it. I freaking couldn't. I couldn't grow a beard till I was like 20 something, like early 20s.
I never grew out my facial hair till I was in my 20s either. I figured it would look wispy and terrible.
But
Every 8th grade, though, you had the one kid who thought they could grow a mustache.
they
and
kind
it
of
looked
had
disgusting.
one. I don't remember what ours. What
I
mine
advise
was.
against. I would, and my son, I will be telling him, don't do that, dude.
Just wait, kid.
Just wait. And like I'm just like
Just
not-
wait.
I'm not like
Trust
a hairy
me.
guy at all.
I am.
So,
I saw a picture of me at the beach when I was like 16, and I had a shit ton of freaking body hair. Then,
You're kind of covered in it.
yeah,
It's really gross.
it's like getting more and more. I noticed like the other day, I was like, it's like poofed out now.
for the ladies out there, it's not gross. That's just Steve being jealous.
Well,
it's actually really.
I get
have no body hair.
I get a lot of shit because they tell me to shave it and wax it and stuff. And that would just be an absurd
Dude, no.
amount of maintenance to keep that up over and
You're
over.
covered in it, dude.
natural,
There's no
dude.
waxing.
No, go natural.
I think so.
Wear it with pride.
I do.
Unless, but you would know the other thing you have that's kind of gross is the sweat.
The sweat.
You do sweat a lot.
You sweat more than
I
anything
am
I've
a
ever-
manimal. Part man, part
animal.
Manimal. No,
I'm here to mate with you. I
belong in a zoo. I'm here to mate with you. I belong in a zoo.
the fuck
This
is
is-
that?
This is a
is an
song I
old
made up.
Diddy from a
This
long
is your
time
I'm a
ago.
manimal, part man, part animal. I'm here to mate with you. I belong in a zoo.
That's how he got a prom date.
Did that work for you?
No, I didn't do that. I did not say that to anybody. But I did say something one time at a dance in high school to this girl.
Yeah.
And like we started dancing, and it was like somebody I had class with, and we were like friends. And I was joking, and I was like, "I've got a boner," and she was like, she just looked at me. She's like, and like walked off. And I was like, uh-oh. I guess you can't make those jokes. At high school dances.
Is that one of those moments? Like I have these moments like, in my past that I've said that I can remember something I said, and it's
God, the
so
cringe
cringe.
memories.
And
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
dude.
oh my god, and it like, and I'll think of, and like they'll come to me, they'll attack me, like I'll just like all of a sudden I'll be just doing something, all of a sudden I'll just remember them, and I'll be like,
Yeah, get it out,
And I'm like,
bad
get it out,
thought,
man,
bad
it's so
no, bad
cringe,
no,
it's so
no.
cringe. I fucking said that.
I have those all the time.
Yeah, it's really something else. It just comes back, it just sneaks into your brain. And you're like, oh, I do remember that. I'm so sorry.
My high school years were pretty exquisitely filled with cringe, as you can imagine.
As you could imagine,
Steve was the local president of the Hot Topic Club.
the anime club, the botany club, the alchemy club.
I never did anime, all right? I was in the debate club and the AV club.
AV club.
Those are both decent.
Yeah.
What did you do in the AV club?
Well, we called it Warrior Vision, and we did.
it was like the stories.
We did sports, and we had.
That's dope that you guys did that.
We got a projector in a control room, and I did directing and ran the live replay. We had a little like 4-track.
Oh wow, that's
thing.
really cool.
So I kind of did what I do now professionally.
Don't fret about that, brother.
Okay, we're back with the Jordan Heath experience. And Jordan's just sucking on a nice cold dad right there. Dad's
pretty good.
IPA.
They're
It's an oatmeal
It's
stout.
an oatmeal stout.
It's a great Christmas beer.
It's very full of flavor.
It's got like a frothiness to it. When I opened it, it was a little shook up, and I had to like
suck it off a little bit.
Yeah, the cream was coming up. You know, the foam was coming. And
you just had to like put your like you just had to.
And
like,
it's got
put
a
it
great
in your mouth.
aftertaste.
Yeah, you just sort of suck it down, and then that's what dads.
That's what dads
That's
are
what
for.
O'Fallon
That's what
dads-
dads are for.
That's what dads are for.
That's what Dad's oatmeal stouts are about.
Dad's oatmeal stouts.
But that's just what we're drinking right now.
Dads.
Evan, you're gonna be a dad soon.
So Jordan, what's your favorite? I am about to be a dad. That's awesome. I spaced out for a second, but
We're not gonna talk about that. Or?
I am about to be a dad.
Are you excited?
Yeah,
Daddy.
I
Papa Evan.
I'm ready.
Do you guys have like nicknames picked out for your for your mom and dad stuff?
I don't know. I think they're just gonna do grandma and grandpa.
I think it's weird when they like pre-plan name. Like my
let the
parents
kid
did
come
that.
up with the nickname.
It's like we're gonna be called this. Like we're gonna force the
my
kid
mom
to call
really.
us this.
She's insisting on being called Nana Ruth.
Nana Ruth. That's pretty cool. That's a powerful Nana name.
Nah.
Mine was just Nana.
You guys have you have Gogus,
Gammas and
Gimmis,
We had Gammas and Go-Go's and Nana and Boompaw.
Gogus,
Gamas, Gammas.
Gamas as I say.
Gamas.
Jordan spells it Gamas.
That's how you spell Gammas. Gammas.
What does Gamas sound like to you?
I think it was like the
Gammas?
first thing that like because Chelsea was their first grandchild, so it was like the first thing
It's like
she
some kind of
called them.
Mediterranean cuisine. Gamas.
Oh, have you had the Gamas there?
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
Gamas. It
I
sounds
just
like
said-
an anime character.
You just
Gamas.
said Gma and
Gamas.
Gpaw. I don't watch anime.
You guys know.
Yes, you
keep
do.
trying to relate to me.
Some-
You have the
anime.
waifus.
I don't watch anime.
You have all the waifus on
I
your
don't
virtual
actually have a
reality
waifu
machine.
on my virtual reality machine.
Steven actually, this is funny for me. Steven lives 14 hours a day in a virtual world,
reality.
and he has a senpai
I have a
named
pod.
I have a pod.
Takiti, and she
No,
wears a little
senpai-
bathing.
I know
she's-
enough to know Senpai would be like my boyfriend. Like that's like the older brother
Mhm.
character.
Okay.
Waifu, I believe, would be my anime wife, which I do not have for the record.
Steve took the movie Blade Runner 2077 really seriously.
2077.
He
Cyberpunk
took that movie
Blade
really,
Runner 7720.
really seriously. Okay, and he just,
Look,
But the point is, he can strap you into this world, and before you know it, you don't want to come back. I'll say that. You don't want to come back, especially if you strap in some add-on accessories.
Add-on? Strap-ons?
Which maybe that could be a good sponsor for the podcast.
oh yeah,
Let's hit him up. We can
auto
drop.
blow.
Auto blow? Is that the machine you were showing me on the internet?
Yeah, I found a machine.
Is that what it's called?
It's called auto.
I found a machine that simulates blowjobs for you.
So when you're
hooking up to your computer.
I want you guys to visualize. If you don't know what we're talking about, if you have a VR headset on, he's got these sensors like in the corners of the room that like detect the room, so the computer knows where he's at, and he's looking into the virtual world, and he looks around and it's 3D. Like if he looks up, he sees up in the virtual world. He looks down, he sees his 3D girlfriend. And then you know the rest. But as long as in real world, he's attached the Jordan
sex
Experience
machine.
podcast sponsor, the Auto Blow
machine.
Auto, is that what it's
It
called?
makes it to a whole new
Yeah,
level.
it looks like a cow milker.
I saw it. It looks freaking weird.
It's one of the
You
most
just like, do
disturbing
you
things.
like hump it, or does it hump for you?
No, you like attach it and it like milks you.
You just
It's got,
like
a
shove
motor.
your wee-wee in there and then like it.
You know these things are just like homemade essentially.
This
like
is so
somebody in
weird.
a
I
basement
would be
just made
afraid of
this.
the thing like ripping my
It would
dick
rip
off.
your dick off, dude. It could just go crazy. Like
That's what
maximum overdrive.
Did you ever watch the sex doll documentary? Was that on
No.
Netflix?
Yeah, I
It's
did.
so
It's
freaking
weird, and I thought it was gonna be funny, and it was. Not
It was
funny.
it was like
was
funny
fucking
at first, and then
depressing.
it got like really
It's
dark.
depressing, and then
It
you
is
realize
so
you're laughing
weird.
at people. At first, you're laughing, and then you realize it's just people like that really, really need help. And
They
They're
just,
like,
like-
really chronically lonely.
yeah.
Oh, dude, and like they freaking they like invest like a ton of like all the money that they have is like invested into like creating these like
robots. will have
robot
sex with them.
sex.
Those things are not cheap.
You look into them.
You know what else?
I know they're
You know what
not
else
cheap.
isn't
I mean,
cheap?
I have a general awareness.
You know what else isn't cheap?
Being
A
married.
wife.
Yeah.
Am I right, guys?
All right.
I freaking hate women.
Let's bring us to our next podcast sponsor, the Sexbot 9000.
If you hate your wife,
A real doll.
Now with real-life blinks, realistic blinking motions every 2 seconds to simulate an actual living being. You won't believe it's not real.
I'll get one, but I want to wait till they're at like a level where I'll be at work and the real doll will trash the kitchen and fall asleep on the couch, and then I just get home and have to do a bunch of fucking chores.
Shout outs to Steve.
Shout out to my beautiful wife.
you're beautiful.
This is fictional. By the way, about Steve's.
No, she never does that.
Steve does this to us too, where he like trashes something, then like was like, "Why is it so trashy?" In here?
Like the time he's like, why is there grease all over your keyboard? And like you just ate a sandwich and we're touching my keyboard.
No, that is fun. Is causing a problem and blaming it on other people.
Like just like blatantly, just like, what'd you do that for?
That's a Steve.
I
Classic.
did leave the window open though over the weekend, I guess.
You did. You left our fucking window open.
Our what window? Our bleeping it window. I'm kidding. It's all right.
We're in our office, by the way.
We have an office.
If you need video
High
production,
quality
high
commercial.
quality, top-notch sound, absolute visceral storytelling, you come to Show Media.
This
We make videos like you've never seen
episode is literally sponsored by Show Media.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the office. We're using Show Media equipment. We're not even using my stuff. Wow, you guys! What you can do when you have like a goal and like a goal, and then you just like get to it and get it done.
It's a testament to the power of having talented friends.
Yeah, it's pretty nice having nerd friends. You guys are good nerd friends. If I need help with nerd things, you guys know what to do with it.
Jordan likes to like play this character where he's not a nerd, but he also is a nerd. We were just watching his videos from high school.
Yeah.
I assure you he's a nerd.
How is that nerd?
He's in disguise. He's like acting like the jock.
Because you do art. You're an art kid.
No, you know what
you act like
you
you're
know
a
what
farmer.
Jordan is? At heart.
I'm
He's
an actor.
actor.
Father, forgive me.
I never meant
To be the boy you didn't want me to be.
This is fucking beautiful.
I have a knack for
Singing and dancing. And what's the next lyric? About the silver screen?
I know you'll be so proud one day when you see me on the screen.
It needs that one. Silver screen.
And then the dad comes in, but we can't sing that part.
We can't sing that part. That's a no-no
My
part.
son's a beep for.
Penis and prancing.
All right, that's the end of that song.
I'm like really good at like making half-assed musicals.
Point is, Jordan's a nerd. We're going back to where we time this back. Jordan's a nerd. Don't let him play coy. He's also a nerd. He's like, yeah, them nerds. They like to do the.
Well, you guys are
programming
way
and
nerdier
stuff.
than me.
I'm just a simple old redneck.
I like my
It's funny that you
laptops.
project these other images on us when literally today we spent the entire day doing the exact same thing. We worked in the same office all day on the same company
Yeah,
stuff.
but you guys just
Then
know
we drove
more about
and
the
worked
nerd
a
stuff.
game. Then we drove and worked a game, all three of us at the
Who
same
do I
time.
talk to when I have a problem with the computers? You guys, because you guys are nerdier than me and you know more about them than me.
Yeah,
I
but you act like
I
you
did
never
spend
saw
3 days fixing your computer.
You guys spent
was a
like
nightmare.
weeks on that.
We spent
thing.
forever on that.
It was not just 3 days. Like,
replaced
you guys,
But there was
thermal
three.
paste
There
and
was 3 days of literal hell.
see, you guys.
that was
see?
after all that.
When
But we
Steven's
fixed
like
it.
telling
We
me
fixed
all
it.
the insides and outs of my computer, and he's like, "Oh, I took it
And then it
apart,
turned
man."
out that the problem the whole time was just Dell updated the BIOS, and that when and then it just
See?
had an error in it. And it was like, we did all that, and it was just like Dell. So
We ripped this thing open. We put
Dell
in new RAM.
ashamed of you.
We
Dell.
put in new
Dell.
RAM. We
Hey.
replaced the thermal paste on the GPU. We dusted out the insides.
I've had
What
that
else did we
computer
do?
for like a
We,
little over like a year and a half now, and
Dude,
that's the only problem
I did
it's had.
so
It's
much.
pretty
I did
nice.
so much. I had to like reinstall Windows a bunch of times.
reinstalled
I had to
Windows.
like boot in safe mode and have all these like diagnostic tests, and eventually, I don't know. It was. I didn't even want to get into it because
You guys are like some. You
But it
guys
was
are computer surgeons.
eventually.
What if we
I figured
opened
it
up
out.
like the
It was
geek
BIOS.
squad of Show Media?
We could do.
Could do nerd stuff.
Yeah, y'all
Well,
need
you know,
computers fixed. Call
here's
me. I
the
can
here's
handle
the
it.
here's the secret behind that industry is that 95% of the things that are broken that are brought to them, it's like
It's like not
the
broken.
dumbest thing.
It's
It's like
like
the
it's-
batteries in backwards or like.
Oh yeah, it's just
something like
people
that.
that don't know what it's like if my mom didn't like ask me a million
Why is
questions
my
about
phone not
yeah.
working? And it's like something so easy, just like, did you try
If
restarting
I wasn't
it?
around, she'd like go pay those people like
And then
$50
if they
to
don't
talk to
know,
them.
they just Google it, and then on Google there's a thing will pop up where it's like some forum where 1,000 people have said,
Yeah,
yes, I had
that's
the
what we
exact
do.
same problem.
Whenever
This
we
is
have to
exactly
like
how
freaking
I
figure it
did
out.
Yeah, it's really IT comes down to using Google and
There's some
knowing
IT guys in here like
basically-
they have no idea about. Now I don't. Not shout out to the IT boys, you guys.
Fuck everyone in IT. Can I?
Oh,
can
God.
Can I go off on my? I fucking hate dealing with IT people. They're the worst.
I had to
most
deal with them at
condescending
I had to
assholes.
deal with them at UMSL a lot.
They're like,
it was horrible.
they're like, sir, the server line number 9. Yeah, were you using an outside email domain? on that. Like they'll like tell on you to the CEO or something.
Dude, we've dealt with them before at the large company.
Dude, when
that
show
we work
media
with.
when show media gets huge, when show media gets huge, who's gonna do that?
We're gonna have to.
Who's
someone's
gonna do
gonna have
what?
to manage
IT
and
stuff?
tell them not to be such.
We'll
assholes.
hire somebody.
Yeah,
We're not gonna do that.
Someone's got to be making. Dude, like dealing with those people is so bad because they all have horrible people skills. They'd rather talk to computers, and you just tell them like, "Hey, I understand what the problem is. I've diagnosed it, and here's what I've tried." And they'll come in and they'll just try everything I've told them I already tried because they don't believe me. And then it'll take like 2 hours of their time to get to where I was, and then they'll just Google it.
Dude, have you ever had the thing where like the people remotely access your computer?
Like as a scam or
Yeah.
like for IT?
No,
Yeah,
for like IT.
for sure.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the weirdest thing when they're like, okay, we're going to get on your computer now. Give me the access code, please. And
Oh,
then I
that's
gave
a
it to
scam.
him. No, it was like it was. We were trying to get the
What
computer
you're doing
fixed.
is that was someone
No,
trying to scam you.
it was freaking like the computer place that we were talking to.
You don't understand, Evan. There was a Nigerian prince. He had some money.
It's not a joke.
Why
I saw a
is it
picture of
why
him.
is it always a Nigerian prince?
And then I sent him 3 easy payments of $5.95, and next month he's going to be sending me $10 million in the mail.
I gotta thank you. All right, I gotta thank you.
I think they're Nigerian scammers.
Dude,
'cause
you
I
know
think
what?
there's not
It's
a
so
lot of laws
funny.
over
I was
there.
thinking about that. Like, you know, back in the day, it was like to be a crime guy, you basically had to have like balls of steel, and you just like whatever you just like didn't care. You'd go like just rob a store or something, or you like you're not scared of getting shot, getting in a fight. You're just a tough guy.
Something-
Now it's all like. Just like you're willing to just like call old people and like trick them into giving you
Yeah,
your
it's
credit
kind of
card.
like
That's
not,
like
it's
how
not near
people
as
do
cool.
it now.
Like that's like
They don't like
the-
rob banks. They just like call like some old guy and like yeah.
Charlene, would
by
you
the way,
like to give money?
Yeah,
to the...
this is the Highway Patrol Foundation or something like that. Like it's just like they come up with these little schemes and then the old people give them all this money, or they say, oh, this is Windows calling. This is Apple.
Yeah.
We're really concerned that your device.
I got called by U.S. Bank yesterday.
I get called by the Social Security Administration all the time telling me my Social Security card's been canceled.
Please give us your
That's-
number. Please give us your number.
The IRS had to release a thing saying, hey, just so you guys know, we don't actually accept payment in iTunes gift cards. If anyone's saying that, it's a scam. It's like, who is believing
Dude.
that the IRS wants iTunes gift cards?
Oh my fucking
Oh my god.
dude.
I have
Well,
to
they
pay my
need their
taxes in
iTunes money,
this year.
please.
I pay my taxes in Bitcoin with iTunes gift cards.
Dude. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though? It's interesting. That's like how you like.
That's
how
the
you like
new
do
criminal.
like crime like that with the real money. I mean, you can still rob people and stuff. I guess that also works. But like, it's hard to get. You get caught. Like there's cameras everywhere and shit. Your best bet is like over the phone or over the internet.
Scamming old
and you're right. Working in Bitcoin, working in ways they can't trace you
Peddling drugs.
on the dark net.
Getting iTunes gift cards.
Yeah.
Giving the iTunes to the
Have you ever
IRS.
read about the first ever hackers back in the 70s?
No, but I watched the movie Hackers with Angelina Jolie.
The stuff these people used to come up with, like they would scam telephone companies with these whistles that they gave out in Captain Crunch boxes, where they could replicate like the tones that telephone companies
You were
would
telling me
use.
this.
It's insane. It used to require such a level of smarts, and now just any kid with a laptop can call people and find their emails and just ask them for money.
Dude, it's not even hard. Like, you just... And there was also... You remember that Nathan Few episode where the guy taught him... Are you burping in the mic?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, my God. Anyway, there was a Nathan Few episode where the guy, taught him... Was, they were going to hack into, the Emmys or something. And he was just showing, hypothetically... I want to show everyone, hypothetically, how, difficult this is. So it was in
I'm
his
trying to
Nathan
think of what
Few kind of,
episode.
joke where it's but he... Yeah, he just shows them how to you make a fake email thing, and then you get them to go on there and enter their credentials to log into that website. Then you have their credentials, and there's something then you just have them open, and then after they enter the credentials to enter, it just loads them to the real login page. Like, oh, that's weird. I'll just re-enter my thing again, and then it's but it sent you a thing saying here is what was entered, and then you have their actual password. Then they get into your email. 9 people out of 10 are gonna in the email they're gonna have credit card numbers. If they search through, they can find credit card numbers.
Dude.
They can find your social security number. They can find your bank information. They can find
Are
literally
your parents
anything in your email.
Are they super stingy about giving information out and stuff like that?
Who?
Your parents. Mine are
My parents are not dumb about it. Yeah, they
Well, they like. Well, it's like whenever I bought my phone, it's like the account was like in my dad's name.
Yeah.
And so they just like I'm like I gotta like they need your social. I just need to tell them your social security number. Like no, you can't like don't just give anybody. I was like it's the phone company, and like they already have it. They just need me to confirm that like I know it. It's like no, they're gonna sell it and stuff. It's like, oh gosh.
My mom got scammed.
She got scammed?
She got scammed. She bought like some, I guess it's called Kendra Scott. It's like an earring brand or whatever. And she went to a webpage that was called like kendra.scott.com or something.
No.
And it looked exactly like their website. And she ordered from them. And they sent her like fake earrings. Like they actually sent her a product. Which, if you're gonna create this whole front fake website to rip people off,
dude.
why not just take the money and run? Why are you actually sending them? Like they were like these little I could tell they were.
No, it's better. You're right. No, it's way better. Less problems,
dude.
Because 9 times out of 10 people they ship it to aren't even gonna notice.
They're not gonna notice.
And then,
care. Yeah.
And then
I noticed.
Yeah, you noticed it.
I know they were that bad that I noticed.
They're like that crappy. Were they like made like a?
They were like nickel
summer
plated. They had like the paint was flaking off. Like the silver, there was silver paint on them. Like something you'd get in like a little twisty thing at the mall where you put in a quarter.
Well, people, you were talking about the crime and stuff like that. It's like funny because not too long ago somebody like robbed a bank in Washington and got away with it.
Dude, bank robbers do get away with it a lot.
I forgot. I mean, it was like a couple years. I mean, it was like probably like 3 or 4 years ago. But somebody robbed the freaking I think it was, I don't remember what bank it was, but they robbed it and got away. And then, kind of slightly unrelated, when I was subbing in Union, there was a guy that like broke out of the Pacific prison, and they had to like lock it down. God. They like saw him in the area of the Union High School, and like they had to lock it. Like we had to get locked down and stuff.
That's absurd.
His 15-year-old girlfriend's in there. He's like,
Darla, come here.
Darla, get your ass out of here. I broke out.
I want you to keep the baby. I want you to keep it. We'll start a family. I gotta run right now, though. I gotta go right now.
By the way, you got like $250 or something like that. Or
you got $1?
You got any secrets? You got any secrets on you?
Never mind, I found a butt.
Secret for me, darling.
That was always the funny every kid in freaking like high school, middle school. You got $1? Can I borrow $1? Can I get $1?
Can I get $1?
Dude, you got $1? It's like what?
Do you have 46 cents?
It's like why do you want just $1? Like I don't like the vending
machines,
dude.
Can
I have $1?
I was one of those kids that used to bum money off people all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of people in my school, like parents would give them money to take to school.
I would eat gross things for food.
What? I never had money.
Yeah, like people would like mix stuff up and they'd be like, I'd be like, I'll eat it if you fucking like go buy me a freaking another sandwich.
Oh, you were that kid.
Yeah, I was that kid.
We used to get this kid to hide in trash cans for money.
For money?
Yeah.
Go with that trash can for money.
You told me this is an incident of bullying. This was not some mutual transaction.
Wait, it wasn't. It was
well,
like
we didn't ever
him?
actually pay him.
Were you a bully?
No.
You didn't even pay him?
No, of course not. I said, hey, I'll give you $5 and put yourself.
Did swirlies ever really happen?
I got a swirly. I got a swirly at a Super Bowl party.
Was it a joke or were they like really mad at you?
No, by some of the older kids. I was like 6. My parents would get together in these huge groups and they'd all just get plastered. And the kids would have to like be in the basement. And it was like kids ranging from the age of like 15 to like 3. So there'd be immediately a hierarchy and bullying. And I was too loud one year, so I got a swirly. It was the Janet Jackson year. However old I was.
Dang,
we were like 9 when that happened.
Yeah, I must have been.
I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song.
And she was literal naked.
Titty out.
But then you got a swirly.
Oh, did you bully?
And it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
You actually got a swirly. You are a fucking nerd.
I got a swirly, yeah.
I'm
sorry.
I was bullied by some skaters.
Skater boys?
In middle school.
Skaters were really scary, dude.
It's like in the middle school, it's like you had to walk in front of the 8th grade section to go to the 7th grade section. And like it was like jailbait. They're like, oh, hey Jordy! It's like, oh my god, jeez, I'm coming for you at recess, bitch. It's like, oh god.
I had a lot of kids there to beat me up at recess. That's a big bullying tactic.
Dude,
Threatened to beat you up at recess.
Threatened to beat you up at recess. Never came to fruition, though. The other thing would, like, a girl would be like, hey, sit over here. And then you'd sit there and they'd be like, ew, get away. We weren't talking to you. That's a common joke. That happened to everyone, right?
Yeah, dude, that was fun. Can I just say, you guys are just so funny. You guys just amuse me so much.
That's the thing that happened. So fuck you.
Did you ever get what else happened to you? Like, how else were you bullied?
Oh, God. There's a lot, you know?
I was bullied by, like, family members a little bit. I got kind of tortured sometimes.
Lynn and my older sister
you did.
would bully me.
Jesus.
Yeah, you did.
Boy.
We gonna tie you upside down to a tree, boy.
Oh, gosh. That did happen to me once. I was tied upside
That's
down
how
to
we're
a
gonna make a
tree,
man out of you.
and then, like, they put the bicycle upside down and, like, turned the tire and then, like, put it to my forehead.
That's like a...
That's intense.
That seems like a movie, like, or something.
Something-
It's like something
well,
you'd see in, like, a
we could put it in
Nickelodeon-
something.
some kind of-
Nickelodeon.
or like some kind of, like,
it's
kids
Nickelodeon
bullying movie, or I don't know.
cartoon. We had a kid in our middle school who we would, like, tie to a chair and, like, just bounce basketballs on his head. I don't know. We never, like, ran a bike over him, though.
We did, we played airsoft in my house a lot. And, like, my parents were always so pissed because there's just BBs everywhere. And, like, little dents in the wall from the airsoft guns.
I have that incident of airsoft bullying that I probably should not talk about here.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You definitely
Also,
shouldn't.
Jordan's not innocent. There were some bullying incidents where you were the perpetrator as well.
I believe this.
For who?
I believe this 100%.
Oh, I have been the bully. I have led.
Yeah,
I have led.
don't even get me started.
I have led
Don't be
the-
a little saint on your path.
Oh, don't you
Here's
act
Jordan-
like you're a freaking
Here's
saint.
Jordan- here's Jordan
This
on
is
the
coming. This is coming from you.
I refuse to
What,
believe that
like-
you were not a bully because you're a textbook bully now.
It's just Evan like reamed people.
I was really
He like
nice.
ruined he like
No, I
ruined,
did not ruin anyone.
I believe
I'm
this.
Nice.
I believe Jordan on this.
Dude.
I'm nice.
Evan is a textbook bully.
I always
There
did the
are
right
there are
thing.
too many horrible things that you guys have memed into reality.
We're older now. We're moving on.
I guess I can be kind of a bully.
we all can. We're all a little
We
bit.
get bullied, and then like you kind of bully somebody, and
Vicious
then
cycle.
it is.
And then like the people at the very bottom of that chain, usually they like bully animals and stuff.
And then they
they
start
bully,
just,
like-
then they like bully people
they have
to
a
death.
really intense
Yeah.
game.
Then they like bully a couple prostitutes over a series of 4 years.
and then they start
find them in
bullying
the river.
people to death.
They start watching this movie starring Heath Ledger over and over
The
again.
Jokist.
the
And then they
Jokeman
just
Masters.
become twisted psychopaths.
And what I want to say,
have a
what
dark
a performance by Heath Ledger. I just want to say, probably the best Heath Ledger performance ever in the world.
I know you guys joke. It's fantastic.
I think The Dark
Real
Knight,
tragedy what happened to that guy, huh?
top 3 movies of all time. Darkman,
Darkman?
Darkman
With Liam
Knight,
Neeson?
Darkman Knight,
The
Are
Dark
you
Knight.
talking about Darkman?
Darkman Lord.
Starring Liam Neeson, which is fucking awesome.
There's also
You know, he's not the hero that the city needs him, that wants him to be, but he's the hero that they need.
there's also this really really good one where there's this guy that like he's like on steroids and he like
The Hulk?
talks with the mask. That one. What was that one? Oh yeah,
Dark Knight,
That's Dark Knight Rises.
That one's great.
The Darkman Falls.
You guys are just so cool. I wish I was
You
so
know what
cool
I-
I didn't like good movies.
You know what I love? Like, it's when, you know, there's all these movies and books and things, but they got these, like, subtext and themes you have to read. I like it when the thing is just like, there's a good guy, there's a bad guy.
I don't wanna
The
have
good
to
guy's got
pay
laser
attention.
eyes, the bad guy's a monster, and it just goes, that's just what, that's the
right.
kind of stories I like.
You're
to
right,
consume.
Evan. The Dark Knight has no subtext. Christopher Nolan's basically Michael Bay. He's a That's a great point you just made.
I just love the superhero movies, especially when I go with my 30-year-old friends and we dress up and we go to the midnight premieres.
I
Hey,
dressed
I
like
have
this.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
dressed
this.
up like Gandalf.
I
for the
I
Hobbit.
dressed up as Iron Man. I you know. There's nothing wrong.
One year for the Harry Potter ones, I dressed up as a Dementor. I just put like a black sheet over me.
When my friend Sam and I were very little, we went to see Iron Man in theaters.
Very little.
Well, I don't know. It was
You're like we were like in middle school when that
middle
came
school.
out.
Okay, middle school.
very
age.
little.
That feels very little to me now, it's
Your
30s,
reference
15
of
years
time
old.
is like thrown off.
Yeah, I have problems with that and depth perception. So there was a 40-year, like middle-aged guy in front of us who was there alone, and he was severely overweight, and it's all AC/DC songs in the soundtrack, and he kept like air guitaring to the movie.
He was so pumped.
So
Dude, that guy had a better.
see what you're saying.
That guy had a better day that day than.
Than you've had.
That
in a
was.
year.
You've had
And you know what? I was thinking about the other day. Me and Jordan were discussing this. People like that. Sometimes, maybe, they're actually. We're not listening closely enough to what they're saying. We discussed
What are you
this
talking
theory.
about?
This theory that maybe they're psychics.
The nerds?
No.
Fat, lonely people are really psychics?
Refresh my memory on this conversation.
No, we're not gonna go there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Maybe if you hear something coming from the mouth of someone that you would consider this is just nonsense, but in reality,
It's
you
like
are just
you might just
your logical
you're like,
mind
it's
can't
like,
decipher
can't handle it.
Your third eye is closed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Anyway, we're moving on from that.
Onward.
God, I've almost drank this
You're
dad
almost
dry.
done. Your dad's almost done.
Christmas trivia?
Christmas trivia? Now let's do some. We'll finish up with some Christmas
What
trivia.
is
finish
do
up.
you like have this on your phone or something?
I do.
Let's finish up.
Oh my God, he's messing
His
the
mic
mic.
back.
Oh
up.
no,
falling
my
off.
mic pack.
It's fine. Just leave
His
it.
live
I
pack's
got it.
falling
I
off.
got it.
You're just gonna like look up Christmas trivia.
I'm too
Steven's
tired.
gonna-
This is my worst appearance on this podcast.
That's saying a lot.
By a mile. I know.
Winner.
And the last time you guys were telling each other stories about like, shitting yourselves.
I didn't talk about when I shit myself.
Jordan has many times.
I've not
I'll
many,
reveal
like
that now.
twice.
He actually kept it, but yeah, I know you told me these stories when you shit yourself.
Okay.
There's one like last
Last
Thursday.
Why even have a podcast though, or be on one if you're gonna be like embarrassed to tell stories?
Okay.
I shit myself. Sorry. Like I came on here to
I'm
tell
trying
the
to
truth.
think of the last
Speak
time it
truth to
happened,
power.
and it's been a long time.
Yeah.
But the one, like, real memorable one was whenever I was at Merrimack, STLCC.
This is when you were in college.
Yeah, I was like 19. And I had, like, no friends, like, so I didn't, like, know anybody there, because I didn't know anybody. And I was wearing my fucking stupid Christmas sweater, because it was, like, the last day of school before
This
break.
is getting so sad.
Oh, it was so sad. And then I went to IHOP by myself, and I ate eggnog pancakes. And I surprisingly I had a girlfriend because I was talking to her on the way home, and I was like,
I've never had a day this bad.
I was like, I gotta pull over like now. I'm gonna shit myself.
The image of Jordan sitting alone at an IHOP. He's like a 19-year-old. He's like wearing his like little like.
I'm like a fat
He's wearing his like
19-year-old
wolf
with-
shirt.
No,
and,
it was
like,
a
his cut-off
Christmas.
wolf
It was a
shirt.
Christmas sweater. It was a horrible Christmas sweater.
And then he's like ordered like, oh, I'll take a tall stack of the eggnog pancakes, extra butter on top, and then
Dude, it was so gross.
chocolate milk.
And so I pull into the Schnucks in Eureka, and like I get out and I'm like rushing, and then I realize that I left my car on and the door open. And so I run back and I turn the car off and I close the door, and then I felt it come. I was like, all right, well, I'm not in a rush anymore.
What a loser.
So then I waddled to the bathroom and I had to throw away my frickin' Santa hat boxers
Which brings us to
Why were you wearing the...
because it was Christmas and I had
Who's
Christmas.
gonna say he wanted to festively shit yourself?
which
at a
brings us to Christmas trivia. Our next segment.
You're the one who brought up shitting yourself.
I feel bad because I did leave Steven hanging when he was talking about when he shit himself.
Christmas time.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Christmas time means so much to us all. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You look up that trivia. Papa's got to make tinkle.
Papa's gotta make tinkle. Tinkle on me, daddy.
You gotta give him like some encouragement. You know, he projects it like that when he like announces even to the podcast that Papa's got to make tinkle. There's something going on.
Yeah, it's like a
in his
weird-
mind. There's like an inferiority thing, and he's like, you know, it's basically like him saying like, I'm gonna go, you know, just something vulgar, like, you know, just overcompensating it. You might, if you're into that kind of
like thought process.
psychology,
I just think he's
doing.
I'm glad he is like where he is now. Like he's come a long way. You know, I mean, he's doing great. from like what it used to be. I mean, do you remember? Like, really? It was pretty bad. He's just a special person that, like, you just gotta rip it and grip it, dude. With Steve.
That's what I always say. Let's talk about something while he's in the bathroom or whatever.
Okay. We don't need to do Christmas trivia.
Well, as you've already said it 3 times in the fucking fucking podcast. We have to do it now.
Fucking podcast? Okay, we gotta do it now? Okay. But I don't have like any incentive or anything. Like, you can win,
Just like read it, the question, and we'll answer it.
Christmas trivia.
It doesn't have to be like a game or something. What is this, a game to you?
Is this a game?
What is this? I'm not...
Oh, here you go. Okay, so, what is the most successful Christmas movie ever?
Home Alone.
Yes. Home Alone made $286 million at box office.
Dude, that's sick.
Did Evan get it right?
No, he didn't even say it. So.
Dang it, I didn't know that true fact about Home Alone.
And then
you're right, Steve, that was awesome.
Evan's already upset. We're one question in. He's already mad.
Dude, these ones suck.
What are you looking at?
I just looked up Christmas trivia
just keep
questions.
Going. You get a good one.
Here. Where do you think Xmas comes from? Like, it's really
a cross.
No, like it's not really, but like people, I always think it's funny because people are always like, "Oh, don't abbreviate Christmas. It's Christmas, not Xmas." But like the X apparently is like it says it's a term that was used in the middle or mid 1950s. It comes from the Greek letter G, C-H-Y. I don't know how to pronounce that. Kai. And then it means Christ. Like it's like the first letter in this Greek word means Christ.
Well, that's not how trivia works. You don't ask us a question.
Well,
and then
we're just doing fun Christmas facts.
He didn't go to a site that has questions. It's just like
there are questions.
Trivia.
There are questions. Oh God!
Ask us a Christmas trivia question.
Here's a fun question. Did you guys know about the story of Santa Claus?
All right, here we go. All right. Who was the star of the Christmas movie Jingle All the Way?
Schwarzenegger.
Yes. Evan
he got
wins.
He got to first.
Who tries to stop Christmas?
Not the first time we've mentioned him in this podcast, by the way.
Who?
Go on. Schwarzenegger.
Who tries to stop Christmas from coming by stealing all the things Christmas from the Who's?
Grinch.
Yes. Who was the star of the movie titled White Christmas?
Judy Garland?
Bing Crosby.
So that's negative. So now Steven's
Bing
negative.
Crosby wrote the song.
No.
What
negative one.
What is the?
So he's got 0 now. I've got 3.
What is the first name of Scrooge, the principal character of
Ebenezer.
Steven.
That's a Steven.
That's a Steven.
So it's 3-1.
No, it's 3-2. Fuck you. We didn't
who was the
that.
author of A Christmas Carol?
Charles Dickens.
Fuck. Steve gets that one.
Oh, it's
How many ghosts are there in
wait,
4?
Wait, we gotta slow down.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta slow down. We're just screaming into our mics now.
All right, what's the score?
3-3. It's tied up.
3-3. Wow. Okay. Okay.
The answer's 4. There are 4 ghosts.
What was the name of the animated movie featuring Tom Hanks?
Polar Express.
You know, all these like stupid kids movie questions.
It's just
keeps going.
Oh, here we go. Who spies on kids and reports back to Santa? Oh, this is stupid. Yeah, these are.
Oh, hold on,
dude.
It's the Elf on
the Shelf. Damn it! I had it.
I'm tired of this. I'm
well, then let's just freaking wrap it up, guys.
Yeah,
we're just gonna wrap it up. It's been an hour. We're done.
Here's some Christmas trivia for you. Which of my friends' mom bought a gift for my unborn son and then was presented to me as my Christmas gift from my friend? Trivia question. Steve, do you know what the answer is?
It's Jordan.
Jordan Heath is correct. That's a good bit of trivia. That's the best trivia. Jordan just broke a chair.
Oh my god, Jordan just crashed through a
Jordan
chair.
just
You fat fuck. You fat fuck. Those were $10 at Goodwill.
Oh my god!
You sack of shit.
Dude, that was like a steel chair.
It's a steel frame chair.
That was not a steel frame chair.
What the fuck else is it made it's like a fucking cafeteria chair.
Okay, all right, everyone. To To fill you up here, Jordan just broke a chair live on camera, live on recording.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is my Call of Duty chair.
Dude, he busted through the bolt.
This is my Call of Duty
You
chair.
broke the bolt.
This is Jordan. I hate to say it.
The
You know what
sign.
this
This
is?
is a
sign.
wake-up call.
What, you know what it is? It was those brownies last night.
I know what
He
it
ate 8 brownies.
That was like
yesterday.
a welded point of
That
Yeah,
doesn't
today,
include
a chair
like the amount
breaks.
of alcohol.
He ate 8 brownies yesterday. Today he breaks a chair live podcast. Oh my god! You think that's not a sign?
It's Christmas time. I can fucking eat whatever I want.
like an industrial steel
It's not an
office
industrial steel office chair. It's a piece of shit.
chair. What's that made out of? Is it metal?
It's not industrial steel.
That's like an office chair, dude. That's office furniture.
You're blowing this out of proportion.
Evan.
It's a shitty chair.
Evan,
It's the chair. It was the chair's fault.
Yeah, cheers.
Everyone, it was the chair's fault.
All right. Well, what a great note to end this on. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
I'm
Christmas,
sorry.
everybody, from Best of the Midwest to you and Show Media.
Signing out.
Oh, take her easy there, Pilgrim.
Boy, I got vision and the rest of the world wears bifocals.
Well, son, since you haven't learned to respect your elders, it's time you learn to respect your betters.
It is, I think, going to be a very harsh and unpleasant kind of business, and will, I think, require an extremely harsh and unpleasant kind of man to see to it.
I'm your huckleberry.